Salutations! Welcome to another episode of Foxx Plays KSP, the 365-day challenge, round 2. And as you can see, we're on the launch pad already. And through a brain fart moment that can only be described as massive, I managed to forget that January has 31 days. So, yeah. So this mission is kind of the prelude to February, which is going to be Mission Block 2. Mission Block 2 is going to be named Exploration, and which will go to the moon and other places. This is kind of exploration, but kind of not very ambitious. So, yeah, we're doing it today. So let's go. And we're using a kind of slightly modified version of our Long March analog. It's got less fuel, basically. Hoping this works out. Kind of an expanded fairing, but should be okay. And you may notice that we're going into a polar orbit. That's because this is a survey probe. And that's important because we're going to start relying heavily on ISRU for our fuel from now on. So once we go to the moon, hopefully the moon will be giving us most of our fuel. I don't know what blew up. It sounded like something blew up, but we're using a steep trajectory just partly because this expanded fairing makes things a little weird, but partly because we need a high orbit for this to work. So yeah, ISRU, in situ resource utilization. There we go. Ha! First try. Anagrams, am I right? So anyway, where was I? In situ resource utilization. I forget how far up I have to be for this scanner to work. Right, so yeah, this is our scanner probe, and it's the same one we're going to be sending to the moon. Different launcher, but essentially the same probe. Oh, right. Something else that's worth noting is that I do have a Ambient Light Pod, as suggested by Alan, one of my subscribers. And the trouble is, I think the button is here. It's supposed to be with the toolbox or toolbar, and not the stock toolbar, because I don't see it anywhere here. But yeah, so I'll have to install the toolbar mod, which is fine. Alright, and that should be a polar enough orbit. So we'll deploy our fairing, get our solar panels extended. We'll say 3, 1. Alright. And I think we're safe to decouple now. I'm going to. So, we're going to coast to apoapsis here. So we're going to get ourselves pointed in the right direction first. So in the full mission, it's going to be deployed with I'm just going to activate my engine here. On the full mission, the way it's going to work, the mission architecture is going to be that I send a rocket on essentially a free return trajectory, or perhaps an impact trajectory with the moon. And this probe is large enough with enough delta V. Actually, technically, it can go interplanetary by itself, but it will be its own job to get into orbit around the moon. And actually, if I want it to go into a polar orbit, it's probably not best to use free return, so it'll probably be an impact trajectory. And yeah, so this might be the last hurrah of the so-called ribbed style here. I'm actually just going to zoom out a ways, just because that engine, man, it's small but it's loud. Yeah, so from what I've been reading on the forums, it sounds like this is kind of the last couple of missions that'll be using this ribbed style. Basically, these match the stock flat adapters, which is cool. But yeah, apparently BL is going to be doing away with that style, which I kind of wish he wouldn't. But I think it'll be good. I think it'll look new. It'll look better. So, hey, what's the one rule, guys? New is always better. And we'll perform our orbital surf 60 km and 100 and what? Polar orbit. Well, I'm clearly within those 1,500. Yeah, I'm clearly within those confines, so it doesn't consider the orbit that I'm in to be polar. It's polar enough, damn it. It's close enough. I should still have the delta V for that. Yeah, that ambient light mod, just to clarify it, it integrates with the toolbar mod that these are trying to integrate with, but failing to find the mod. So they just put the buttons here-ish by default. But yeah, so once I install that, I'll have the ambient light mod up and running, and I can do better about planning to do launches in the day side and whatnot. What's that? Minmus? Oh, sure enough. Cool. So we probably missed our window slightly, but close enough. Yeah, there are a couple more mods that I'm looking forward to introducing. One of them is the Near Future packs. I love the Near Future packs by Nirta. Alright, that is pretty darn near polar. If that doesn't think it's a polar orbit, that's don't get me started on what it is. Alright, so let's perform survey. And it's compiling all that data. Let's see. Why is it doing that? Watching it. 50. Is it actually complete, or is it just... done? Great. I don't know why it's... I don't know what it's doing here. So it should be displaying the no resource data available. You need to perform an orbital survey first. But I have done. Well, anyway, it's up here, and I'll keep playing with it, but, I have control. Maybe we'll just perform one at apoapsis and one at periapsis, and maybe one at the ascending node. There we go. Drifting over the pole. Yeah, we should be able to toggle a GUI. Alright. Yeah, I don't know why I don't know what's going on there, but it thinks I haven't performed an orbital survey. It should just show up. Well, anyway, I'm not gonna make you watch my various attempts to try and get that to do what it's supposed to do. But, anyway, I've been Fox, this has been KSP. Hope you've enjoyed, hope to see you next time. Take care.